Every year at our cabin I have a dream I fall into the lake. Was told later that I fell in when I was younger. I never have this dream at home. IDK if the repressed memory is trying to tell me not to go on the water or just don't be stupid and fall face first. When I was a kid I had a classmate over who claimed he was a vampire. I didn't believe him. I told him if his eyes glow in the dark that would prove he was a vampire. We went into the bathroom and I turned off the light. His eyes were glowing. It scared the crap out of me. I opened the door, ran outside, jumped on my bike and got as far away from my house as I thought I could. When I eventually came back home the classmate was gone and my dad was pissed that I abandoned my friend. Only my neighbor was able to make it to my birthday party because of an incredibly strong and sudden snowstorm. I remember the day and the snow so clearly, but my birthday is in July. The whole neighborhood thought I was kidnapped. I don't really know why and what the actual fuck is the thought process of how they think that happened, but apparently the people are frantically searching me. What I remembered is that my elder cousin and her husband took me to an internet cafe to let me watch them pick their wedding outfits. When we returned, everyone was shocked. My brother smiles because he knew I was in trouble. My mom was crying. And my dad slapped the shit out of me. It was so surreal. I was punished by my foster parents who were really old for fooling around in church. The old woman got so angry that when we got home she had me kneel in the corner as punishment all day. I remember looking out the window when I was taking a peek behind me and time sped up and I watched the sun move across the sky in seconds. It was early, after morning Sunday church, right up until the sun left my view from the window and the sky was the color of sunset. It was so weird. It was a common form of punishment, but it's a clear memory, but I'll never be able to explain it. I remember being at a playground with my family and seeing lightning strike right in front of me. Didn't hear any thunder, no one else saw it, but I remember seeing it pretty vividly. Not sure if there's something that can go on in your brain that would cause something like that to happen, but I remember pleading with my mom to believe that I had just seen a lightning bolt strike right in front of me, and she just ignored me. When I was 6, I had a girlfriend named Molly. I moved away the next year and never saw her again. For the next 40 years, one of my earliest and most vivid memories was me watching a 6-year-old redhead girl running away from me, up towards her house, yelling, "Mommy, mommy, Jonathan kiss me," and her mother's voice coming back, "Wheel, that must mean he really likes you." A few years ago, I'd had a little sangria and decided to see if Molly was on Facebook. I know. There she was. Right name, right age, right hometown, lovely red hair. I PM'd her asking if she was the right red-headed girl. She wrote back that she was definitely the right Molly and was happy to hear from me, but she'd only started dyeing her hair red after college. Memories a trip, man. When I was a little kid, I thought that the mountain ranges on the horizon on the way to Grand Marandamp, Grandpa's house, were built by my Uncle Richard. I have no idea how this idea got into my head, but I remember that when I figured out that there was no way it was possible, I was pretty bummed out. I remember, very vividly, seeing a leprechaun in the hallway of my house. It freaked me out so bad that I woke my mom up yelling someone's in the house. We walked from room to room with kitchen knives looking for the leprechaun, but never found that shifty little bastard. When I was really young I was being babysat by a couple of teenage college-age girls that were friends with one of my older cousins. They took me to a party, laid me down in a random bedroom upstairs, and put on a random videotape that definitely wasn't Barney or anything else suited for children. My mom swears this never happened, but I remember it way too clearly for me to make it up. When I was about 4 or 5, I was in the foyer by my front door when I saw my father come in the house, put down his briefcase, and then walk to my mother to give her a kiss on the cheek. Then the front door opened again. It was my father, again. I looked next to me where I had seen him put his briefcase. It was gone. I looked back at him, scared, and said, "You just did that." I have never hallucinated in the more than 25 years since this happened, and nothing like it has ever happened since. I welcome theories or explanations. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video.